Welcome to a profound journey that will transform your perspective. This is not about fleeting wealth. It's about something far deeper, your mindset. This narrative explores how truly successful individuals think and why many remain trapped in cycles of frustration and helplessness. It's not a lack of resources, but a lack of understanding about the mindset that creates lasting success. Listen closely. Your thoughts shape your entire existence. Small thoughts lead to a small life. Powerful thoughts unleash an unstoppable life. You do not need a privileged background, an advanced degree, or external permission. What you absolutely need is a mindset rooted in abundance. And that is precisely what you will uncover here, piece by illuminating piece. The best part is, this powerful way of thinking costs nothing. It requires clarity, courage, and unwavering discipline. If you engage with this journey completely, not just hearing the words, but truly feeling their truth, you will emerge a transformed individual, a better, stronger version of yourself. This transformation will also elevate your communication, your self-assurance, and your future potential. So, if you are genuinely committed to success and fluent expression, let us begin this exploration. 1. Successful people set expansive goals. Consider this carefully. Those with a limited perspective often operate in survival mode. Their thoughts revolve around simply paying bills, getting through the week, securing any stable job, or merely avoiding termination. This kind of thinking, while appearing safe, is inherently small, weak, and restrictive. It keeps you confined to a small existence, often without you even realizing it. Successful individuals approach goals differently. They do not base their ambitions on mere survival. Instead, they set goals rooted in profound transformation. They ask themselves, what kind of life do I truly desire? What would fill me with pride at the end of my journey? What is the most significant thing I can build, become, or create in the coming decade? Successful people embrace goals that feel daunting yet exhilarating. These are goals so vast they compel them to evolve into someone greater. That is the fundamental secret. A small goal demands nothing of you. A grand goal transforms you entirely. Take the example of Elon Musk. Did he state, "I merely want to build a small car company and survive"? No. He declared, "I want to build electric cars and eliminate the world's dependence on oil." That is a monumental, world-altering objective. When people ridiculed him, criticized him, and doubted him, he persevered because his goal was not trivial. It was a mission. Today, Tesla is valued at hundreds of billions. Why? Because Elon did not think small. He set an enormous goal, and it propelled him forward even through the most arduous periods. Most people avoid setting big goals for one reason: fear. Fear of failure, fear of appearing foolish, fear of inadequacy, fear of others' opinions. So they diminish their aspirations to match their fears. They aim lower and lower until they aim at nothing at all. What they fail to realize is that aiming low offers no protection. It slowly erodes you. If you continually set small goals, your life becomes small. And one day, you awaken filled with regret for never having truly tried. When you set monumental goals, you awaken with boundless energy. You work with a profound sense of purpose. You do not squander time on trivial drama, distractions, or individuals who lack belief in you. You become intensely focused, driven, and vibrant. A grand goal extracts the very best from within you. It provides a compelling reason to grow, to improve, to learn, and to strive. Let me simplify this. A small goal says, I want to earn enough to survive. A grand goal says, I want to earn enough to empower others. A small goal says, I want a job. A grand goal says, I want to establish a thriving enterprise. A small goal says, I want to lose weight. A grand goal says, I want to become the healthiest person in my family and inspire them all. Small goals are born from fear. Grand goals emerge from vision. Right now, take a notebook and write this. If I were completely fearless, what would I genuinely wish to achieve in life? Write down the answer, even if it feels outlandish, immense, or impossible. Then ask yourself, what is the very smallest step I can take today to move closer to that dream? That is the genesis of great dreams. Not with magic, but with crystal clarity and unwavering courage. If your goals do not frighten you, they are not ambitious enough. If your dreams do not ignite your excitement, you are not truly dreaming. You are merely existing. Set a goal so vast that it compels you to evolve into the person you always aspired to be. One sentence holds the power to change everything. Your life will never grow beyond the scope of your goals. Therefore, if you desire a life of abundance, you must begin by setting abundant goals. Not tomorrow, not next year, but now. 2. Successful people embrace full responsibility. This means one simple truth. Whatever unfolds in my life, I choose my response. I choose my actions. I choose my mindset. Consequently, my life remains firmly within my control. Responsibility does not imply that everything is your fault. It means everything is within your direction. A limited mindset asks, why is this happening to me? I have terrible luck. It's not my fault. Someone else should rectify this. An abundant mindset asks, this has occurred. Now, what can I do? What can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger? What immediate action can I take? The limited mindset waits. The abundant mindset acts. Let me clarify something profoundly important. When you assign blame to others, you surrender your control to them. When you assume responsibility, you reclaim your power. If every challenge is someone else's fault, you become a victim. You remain weak. You remain stuck. You remain broken. But when you assert, I can transform my life. I can alter my decisions. I can shape my future. You become unstoppable. This is the mindset that forges millionaires, leaders, innovators, and legends. Here is the unvarnished truth. Most people assign blame to everything. They blame governments, parents, employers, their past, their upbringing, partners, friends, their city, misfortune, problems, health mistakes. They blame the entire world, except for the one individual who can genuinely change everything themselves. Blame offers comfort. Responsibility demands pain. Yet, responsibility is the sole pathway to growth. Imagine two individuals lose their employment on the same day. Person A, with a limited mindset, weeps all day, blames their former company, declares life unfair, feels victimized, does nothing for months, becomes increasingly negative, and remains stuck. Person B, with an abundant mindset, feels sadness, which is natural, but after a single day declares, All right, what steps can I take now? They update their resume, acquire new skills, apply for superior opportunities, initiate a side venture, grow stronger, and forge a better future. The same problem, two distinct mindsets, two divergent destinies. One blames, one takes responsibility. One remains limited, one thrives. When you embrace responsibility, something remarkable awakens within you. Your confidence blossoms. Yet your energy intensifies. You cease complaining. You cease waiting. You cease squandering time. You begin acting. You begin learning. You begin improving. You begin winning. Because the moment you declare, "My life is in my hands," your life truly begins. You will never construct the life you desire as long as you continue to blame the world for the one you currently possess. Read that statement again. The most significant divergence between limited and abundant thinking is ownership. Successful people declare, "If something is amiss, I will rectify it." Those with a limited perspective declare, "If something is amiss, someone else should rectify it." But here is the critical problem: that someone else never arrives. No one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to resolve your challenges. No one is coming to push you. You are the one. There was a young man who sought guidance from a mentor and lamented, "I have failed in life. Nothing works for me. I am cursed with bad luck." The mentor led him outside to a garden. He gestured toward a fruit-laden tree and inquired, "Did this tree grow because someone sat beside it and complained?" The young man replied, "Did this tree grow because someone blamed the weather, the soil, the world?" He said, "No." The mentor smiled and said, "This tree grew because it utilized everything it possessed as sun, rain, soil, challenging times, favorable times, everything. It did not await a perfect life. It created one." Then he uttered the most potent truth. Your life is no different. Growth stems from utilizing what you have, not from lamenting what you lack. That moment forever altered the young man. He ceased blaming and commenced building, and his entire life transformed. When you assume responsibility, your life changes in 4 profound ways. First, you become emotionally resilient. You stop succumbing to difficulties so easily. You begin to address problems like a true leader. Second, you gain immense clarity. Blame blinds you. Responsibility illuminates solutions. Third, you improve at an accelerated pace because you now ask, "What can I learn? What can I change?" Fourth, you become respected. People are drawn to those who take ownership, not those who merely complain. Blame equals stagnation. Responsibility equals growth. Blame equals loss of control. Responsibility equals acquisition of power. Blame equals a limited mindset. Responsibility equals an abundant mindset. I am responsible for my life, and that is my superpower. Say it again. Say it until you feel it deep within your being. Because when you truly embrace this, you cease being a victim and you begin becoming a creator. Your future is not determined by your parents, society, employer, partner, or mere chance. Your future resides in your hands. And the sooner you assume responsibility, the faster you will ascend. 3 successful people possess self-discipline. Let us begin with a simple truth. Motivation initiates your journey, but self-discipline ensures you continue. This is the crucial distinction between those who merely dream of success and those who actively create it. Successful individuals do not rely on fleeting motivation. They do not wait until they feel like it. They do not depend on their mood, the weather, or their comfort level. They awaken and execute the necessary work even when the desire is absent. That is self-discipline, and that is why they triumph. Let us define this in straightforward terms. Self-discipline means performing what you must do, even when you do not wish to do it, because you understand it will construct the life you envision. It means controlling your words when anger arises. It means closing social media and opening your books. It means rejecting laziness and embracing progress. It means prioritizing long-term success over immediate gratification. It means showing up every single day, even when no one is observing. That is the practice of successful people. That is why they grow. That is why they become legends. Let us be brutally honest. Most people procrastinate on everything. They abandon efforts after a few days. They invent excuses daily. They blame their mood, their past, their energy, their digital devices. They declare, "I'll start tomorrow," every day, yet never truly begin. This is not merely a discipline problem. It is a decision problem. A limited mindset makes choices based on feelings. An abundant mindset makes choices based on goals. Self-discipline is not an inherent trait you are born with. It is a faculty you cultivate. It is akin to a muscle within your mind. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. The more you neglect it, the weaker you remain. Initially, it is difficult, extremely difficult. But if you consistently show up, day after day, it eventually transforms into your greatest strength. And once you possess it, nothing can impede you. Consider Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. What was the source of his greatness? Not solely talent, not merely luck, not just opportunities. It was his discipline. While others slept, Kobe trained. While others socialized, Kobe practiced. He famously stated, "I trained like I was number 2, even when the world called me number 1. That is self-discipline. That is why he became a legend. He did not await readiness. He did not pursue comfort. He trained through pain. He trained in solitude. He trained in darkness so he could shine brightly in the light. Now, let us reflect on your own life. Examine your phone screen time. 3 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 7 hours. Now imagine if you dedicated even half of that time to acquiring a skill, enhancing your physical well-being, sharpening your intellect, building your dream, establishing your business, or mastering fluent English. You would become unrecognizable within a single year. But this demands self-discipline. It means declining 3-hour scrolling sessions, rising early, creating a schedule, adhering to it, even when it is mundane, even when no one is watching, even when it is arduous. That is when you become powerful. That is when you transcend mediocrity. That is when you step into a new life. Let us simplify this further. You desire physical fitness. Discipline means choosing healthy food when you crave junk food. You desire English fluency. Discipline means practicing even on days you feel lazy. You desire abundance. Discipline means saving money instead of purchasing frivolous items. You desire success. Discipline means working when others are at ease. The limited mindset waits to feel motivated. The abundant mindset acts with discipline, even when it is tedious, even when it is solitary, even when it is challenging. That is why they achieve victory. Let us translate this into immediate action. Here are 5 steps to cultivate unstoppable self-discipline. First, begin with one single thing. Do not attempt to alter everything overnight. Select one habit, just one. For example, I will wake up at 6:30 a.m. for 21 consecutive days. Second, make it a daily practice. Discipline is about consistent daily action, not a weekly endeavor every single day. Consistency surpasses perfection. Third, eliminate temptations. Remove distractions. Disable notifications. Utilize applications that block other apps. Make the undesirable action more difficult and the desirable action easier. Fourth, monitor your progress. Employ a notebook or an application to mark off each successful day. As you observe your streak growing, you will naturally desire to safeguard it. Fifth, do not break the chain. Tell yourself, I do not miss twice. 1 missed day is acceptable. 2 missed days are not permitted. Show up, even if it is a minimal effort, even if it is just 1%. Protect the streak. Protect the habit. Success is often unglamorous. It is rising when you are weary. It is working while others indulge. It is choosing water over sugary drinks. It is choosing study over mindless scrolling. It is saying no when everyone else says yes. Success is not about feeling fantastic. It is about performing the work, even when you feel nothing at all. Discipline is doing what you dislike, but doing it as if you love it. Read that again and again until its truth resonates with your soul. That is how successful people think. That is how they live. That is how they win. You cannot control every aspect of life. You cannot control the weather, the economy, your past, or other individuals. But you can control your actions. You can control your choices. You can control your habits. And that control, that discipline, is the bridge connecting your dreams to your reality. If you fail to build it, you will remain perpetually stuck. If you build it, nothing will stop you. 4. Successful people are obsessed with self-development. Repeat this aloud. The more I grow, the more my life grows. Now, let us comprehend this deeply. Successful individuals are not merely fixated on money. They are consumed by growth, by learning, by becoming better every single day. Most people cease learning after their formal education. Successful people never stop. They regard their mind as a treasure chest, and daily they enrich it. That is why they maintain their advantage. That is why they win. Self-development means continuously enhancing your mind, your skills, your attitude, and your habits every day. It means acquiring new knowledge, reading impactful books, correcting detrimental habits, practicing new competencies, seeking guidance from mentors, reflecting on your thoughts, becoming stronger, smarter, wiser, and choosing growth over comfort. It is not about achieving perfection. It is about consistent improvement, even 1% each day. Here is the unfortunate reality. After school, many never read another book. After college, they cease learning. After securing employment, they halt their growth. They consume thousands of hours of entertainment, but 0 hours dedicated to learning anything useful. They upgrade their phone annually, but never upgrade their mindset. That is why they remain stagnant. That is why they feel bored, empty, and adrift, because if you cease growing, you begin to decline. Consider Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest individuals globally. Do you know how he spends the majority of his day? He reads. That is correct. Warren Buffett reads for 5 to 6 hours every day. He once remarked, read 500 pages a day. That is how knowledge functions. It accumulates like compound interest. This is not an individual still in school. He is in his 90s, yet he never ceases developing himself because he understands that your mind is your most valuable asset. Not money, not property, not gold, your mind. Let us be unequivocal. A limited mindset proclaims, learning is dull. I already possess sufficient knowledge. Why read when I can relax? I lack time for books. Self-help is a waste of effort. An abundant mindset declares, every book enhances my intelligence. Every idea empowers me. Every skill unlocks new opportunities. Every new lesson enriches me internally. If I am not growing, I am falling behind. That is why they invest in books, courses, mentorships, contorship, constructive feedback, skill acquisition, journaling, podcasts, audiobooks, language fluency, self-awareness, morning routines, time management, mental well-being, confidence, and focus. They do not perceive these as optional extras. They consider them absolutely essential. Let us say you aspire to achieve English fluency. Most people would declare, I'll attempt it later. They might watch one online video and then abandon it, compare themselves to others, feel embarrassed, and quit. But an abundant mindset asserts, let me practice for 30 minutes daily. Let me read one simple book this month. Let me speak aloud every morning. Let me embrace failure, learn, and grow. And over time, they attain fluency, not because they are inherently smarter, but because they consistently develop themselves. It is not a once-a-week activity. It is not a 30-day challenge. It is a daily choice. Will I grow today, or will I remain the same? You pose that question every single morning, and you choose growth. Successful people understand this. Every day presents an opportunity to sharpen their mind. Every experience offers a chance to learn. Every mistake is a lesson in disguise. That is why they do not fear failure. They learn from it. They grow from it. They emerge stronger from it. Imagine your brain as a garden. If you sow good seeds, books, learning, reflection, beautiful things will flourish. If you sow nothing, weeds will inevitably take over distractions, laziness, doubt, excuses. Your mind is perpetually cultivating something. If you do not consciously choose what it grows, life will make that choice for you, and the outcome will not be favorable. So take control, plant wisely. Stand before a mirror and ask yourself, am I a better person today than I was 1 year ago? Have I acquired any knowledge that has made me stronger? Am I growing? Or am I simply repeating the same life day after day? If the answer is no, or I don't know, then it is time to transform everything. How to commence your self-development journey. Read 10 pages a day. Select an excellent book. Commit to reading just 10 pages daily. That amounts to 300 pages per month. Practice one skill for 30 minutes daily. Do you wish to learn English, public speaking, writing, cooking? Practice for 30 minutes without fail. Track your growth. Obtain a journal. Document what you learned today, what challenges you faced, and how you can improve tomorrow. Listen while you walk. Walking plus listening equals amplified growth. Incorporate audio learning into your daily routine. Even 10 minutes makes a difference. Surround yourself with growth. Your environment is crucial. Follow individuals who advocate for growth. Unfollow those who deplete your energy. Your external life mirrors your internal development. If your life is chaotic, your mindset is weak. If your life is abundant with growth, your mind is powerful. So, cease attempting to fix the external. Begin by cultivating the internal. The greatest gift you will ever bestow upon yourself is the decision to never cease growing, because the world will perpetually evolve, and only those who continuously learn will continue to triumph. Read, think, grow, practice, study, reflect, repeat. That is the path of the abundant. That is the path of the powerful. That is the path of those who refuse to remain unchanged. 5. Successful people manage their time with extreme precision. Let me begin with a truth that can profoundly impact you. Your time is your life. Every passing second is not merely a number on a clock. It is a portion of your life that is gone forever. This is why successful people treat time as if it were gold. In fact, more valuable than gold, because gold can be accumulated. Time cannot. Once time has elapsed, you will never retrieve it. That is why successful people safeguard their time, protect their time, and invest their time, while those with a limited perspective squander it without thought. Managing time effectively means understanding what truly matters. It means allocating time to the right priorities. It means avoiding time wasting activities, saying no to distractions, planning your day, adhering to your plan, utilizing every minute as if it holds immense value, and respecting time with the same reverence you accord to money. Let us be honest. Most people awaken late, scroll through social media for hours, binge watch multiple episodes of a show in a single sitting, agree to every request, associate with individuals who drain their time, fail to plan anything, leave tasks unfinished, and declare, "I'll do it later," until it is too late. And then they wonder why life feels chaotic, why they are not successful, why nothing ever changes. The answer is straightforward. If you do not control your time will control you. Allow me to provide a simple yet powerful illustration. Imagine both an individual with a limited perspective and an individual with an abundant perspective have 24 hours in a day. But here is the critical difference. The person with a limited perspective sleeps 9 hours, scrolls on their phone for 3 hours, watches shows for 2 hours, complains for 1 hour, daydreams for 1 hour, works only to survive, and wastes 6 hours without awareness. The person with an abundant perspective sleeps 6 to 7 hours, plans their day in the morning, addresses important tasks first, learns something new daily, delegates low-level responsibilities, sets time limits on distractions, reflects and improves each night. The same 24 hours yield completely different outcomes. Because successful people do not merely spend time, they invest it. Let us discuss your phone. It is a potent tool, but it is also the greatest thief of time in your life. Ask yourself, how many hours did I scroll today? How much of that time contributed to my future? How much did I waste merely for momentary pleasure? You do not need to discard your phone, but you absolutely must control it, or it will control you. Most people mistakenly believe money is the most important thing, but that is incorrect. Let me share something that can fundamentally alter your entire life. You can always generate more money, but you can never create more time. A dying millionaire would willingly trade all their wealth for just one more healthy year of time. Ponder that deeply. Do you wish to establish a business? You require time. Do you wish to achieve physical fitness? You require time. Do you wish to become fluent in English? You require time. Do you wish to read books, grow intellectually, accumulate wealth? You require time. So, if you squander time, you are discarding the most crucial instrument for success. That is why individuals with a limited perspective often remain so. They fail to grasp the intrinsic value of time. Let us learn something profound. There are two distinct ways to utilize time: time spent versus time invested. Time spent feels enjoyable now. Time invested feels challenging now. Time spent fosters laziness. Time invested builds your future. Time spent is easy and addictive. Time invested demands discipline. Time spent yields zero return. Time invested yields massive returns. Examples of time spent: watching random online videos, engaging in gossip, complaining, performing tasks without purpose. Examples of time invested: reading a book, practicing English, developing a side business, creating valuable content, exercising, acquiring new skills. Successful people consistently choose time investment. Those with a limited perspective frequently choose time entertainment. And that is why their lives diverge so dramatically. How to manage your time like the successful. Plan your day the evening before. Before you retire for the night, write down three essential tasks you must accomplish tomorrow. This provides your mind with clear direction. Apply the 80-20 rule. 80% of your significant results originate from 20% of your actions. Concentrate on what holds the most importance. For example, do not squander 5 hours on emails. Instead, dedicate 1 hour to creating something truly valuable. Utilize time blocks. That's designate precise slots for specific tasks, such as 700 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. for reading, 7:30 a.m. to 800 a.m. for English practice, 800 a.m. to 900 a.m. for content creation, 900 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. for messages, and so forth. Safeguard your time like a fierce warrior. Decline random calls, trivial conversations, pointless meetings, and individuals who drain your energy. Employ deadlines. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time allotted for its completion. If you assign yourself 3 hours, it will occupy 3. If you assign 30 minutes, it will take 30. Utilize shorter time limits and work with a sense of urgency. You can gauge an individual's potential for success by observing how they utilize their free time. You are not lagging in life due to your background, your past, your education, your country, or your parents. You are lagging because you are not managing your time as if your very life depends on it. But here is the encouraging news. You can change that today, right now. Begin planning. Begin saying no. Begin choosing wisely. Begin treating time as an invaluable treasure. Because one day your time will expire. And all that will truly matter is what you accomplished with it. 6. Successful people persevere through failure and setbacks. Everyone desires success, but only a select few are willing to traverse the crucible of failure. Failure is agonizing. Failure is isolating. Failure is humiliating. Failure is heartbreaking. Failure makes you yearn to vanish. But here is the profound secret. Failure is the currency of greatness, and successful people are prepared to pay that price. Let us speak candidly. Most individuals cannot withstand failure. The moment they encounter pain, rejection, or loss, they quit, weep, complain, assign blame, cease trying, declare, "Perhaps this isn't for me," assert, "I'm simply unlucky," and retreat to their comfort zone. They abandon their aspirations after a single storm. But here is the crucial insight. Every significant achievement emerges after the storm. And if you flee from failure, you will also flee from your dream. Successful people experience failure too. They lose. They break down. They weep. They face rejection. They feel defeated. But they do not remain defeated. They rise again. They learn. They try anew. They modify their strategy, never their dream. They perceive failure not as an endpoint, but as a test, a teacher, an integral part of the journey. Failure signifies that something did not unfold as intended. You made an error. You were rejected. You stumbled. You have not yet triumphed. But the abundant mindset declares that failure is not the antithesis of success. Failure is the pathway to success. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed over 1,000 times in his pursuit of creating it. When someone inquired, "Do you not feel you wasted your time failing 1,000 times?" he responded, "I did not fail 1,000 times. I discovered 1,000 ways that did not work." That is an abundant mindset. J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter. She was impoverished, depressed, and rejected by 12 publishers. They informed her, "This story holds no special merit." She persisted. Today, her books are valued in billions, all because she did not surrender after 12 setbacks. Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, was rejected from 30 jobs, failed his college entrance examination 3 times, and was even rejected by KFC. Yet, he constructed one of China's largest corporations. He once stated, "If you cannot endure rejection, then your dream is too fragile." Here is what successful people do when they encounter failure. They pause and breathe. They do not panic. They pause. They do not scream. They reflect. They ask potent questions. What went wrong? What can I learn? What should I approach differently next time? They remember the dream. They remind themselves of their initial motivation. The dream remains greater than the pain. They take the next step. They do not restart everything. They simply take one more step forward. Say this with me: failure is my teacher. Every mistake helps me grow. I do not quite adapt. Setbacks are an intrinsic part of the ascent. I fall, I rise, I conquer. These are not merely words. These are the convictions of the abundant. This is the attitude that molds champions. If you fail an examination, do not declare, "I am unintelligent." Instead, say, "I need to study more effectively. I will try again." If your business falters, do not declare, "I am not suited for this." Instead, say, "Now I understand what does not work. If you face rejection, do not declare, "I am worthless." Instead, "They did not recognize my value. I will improve and seek better opportunities." The most successful individuals globally are those who have failed more than anyone else, yet never surrendered. You will experience failure. You will be rejected. You will feel pain. You will question everything. But when that moment arrives, do not quit, because the dream resides on the opposite side of failure. Weep if you must, rest if you must, but never surrender. Never remain defeated. Never permit failure to be your ultimate narrative. You are not here to break. You are here to rise. And every failure is merely one step closer to the life you were destined to live. 7. Successful people pursue what they love and master it. A limited mindset states, "I just need any job. I'll do what everyone else is doing. As long as I get paid, it's acceptable." Work is work. Life is separate. An abundant mindset asks, "What am I naturally adept at? What makes me feel vibrant and alive? Can I transform my passion into a profession? If I love it, I will work harder than anyone else and become the absolute best." That is the fundamental difference. Those with a limited perspective do what they are compelled to do. Successful individuals do what they were born to do. Let us clarify this explicitly. Doing what you love means engaging in something that feels meaningful, exhilarating, and deeply fulfilling, even when challenges arise. This could encompass teaching, designing, painting, coding, speaking, writing, building, helping, repairing, leading, or creating. And here is the secret. When you engage in something you love and you become exceptionally proficient at it, people will compensate you generously, because the world invariably rewards excellence. Most people believe that pursuing what you love is perilous. They deem it unrealistic. They dismiss it as merely a hobby. They contend that no one achieves wealth by pursuing their passions. But that is incorrect. You do not achieve wealth by pursuing what you love casually. You achieve wealth by pursuing what you love with profound seriousness, with obsession, with discipline, with consistency, and with the conviction, "I will become the best at this." Allow me to present the formula. Love plus daily dedicated practice plus relentless learning equals mastery. Mastery equals value. Value equals wealth. So, when you discover something you love, do not treat it as a pastime. Treat it as a sacred mission. Awaken early for it. Remain awake late for it. Study it, dissect it, reconstruct it. Share it, teach it, refine it, propel it forward, polish it, perform it repeatedly until you become so exceptionally skilled that they cannot possibly overlook you. Consider Mr. Beast, the YouTuber. He adored making videos from the age of 11. Initially, he cared not for fame or money. He simply studied YouTube every single day. Today, he is one of the world's largest creators, worth hundreds of millions, because he did not chase fleeting trends. He pursued mastery in what he loved. Cristiano Ronaldo, the footballer. He did not merely play football. He embodied it. He trained like an unparalleled machine. He was consumed by it. Now, he stands as one of the wealthiest and most revered athletes ever. Love plus discipline equals an abundant mindset. Steve Jobs, Apple. He cherished calligraphy, design, and simplicity. He was obsessed with the tactile experience of products. He transformed his passion into one of the largest technology empires ever. Conversely, those with a limited mindset do not take their passions seriously. They believe passion cannot sustain them financially, fear judgment, abandon efforts prematurely, succumb to laziness, become easily distracted, and prioritize comfort over mastery. Consequently, they lead a dual existence, a job they detest, and a dream they never pursued. This is the tragedy of the average individual. But it does not have to be your narrative. Ask yourself, what do I naturally enjoy doing without any external compulsion? What do I consistently contemplate even when occupied? Your mind whispers your true calling. What would I perform for free, yet would profoundly love to be compensated for? What do people frequently seek my assistance with? What causes me to lose all track of time? Flow state equals love. How to master what you love. Select one skill that genuinely excites you. Begin modestly. Do not overthink it. Simply choose. Establish a daily practice schedule. Even 30 minutes a day holds immense power. Monitor your progress. Utilize a notebook. Document what you accomplished today. Teach what you learn. Teaching accelerates your own learning. Share your insights on social media. Do not permit temporary pain to extinguish your passion. It will undoubtedly become challenging. You will experience self-doubt. That is an inherent part of the journey. Persist. Study the masters. Read their biographies. Observe their processes. Learn from their failures. Transform your passion into value. Ask, how can I leverage this skill to benefit others? Value equals income. Let us assume you love public speaking. You are not yet fluent. You feel shy, but you love it. Here is what an abundant mindset would prompt you to do. Speak aloud every day. Record voice messages. Emulate great speakers. Join public speaking groups. Initiate an online channel. Share one new phrase daily on social media. Create your own personal brand. Transform passion into power, not instantaneously, but through consistent daily effort. You will evolve from a novice to a master, and that is the journey successful people embark upon. Do not merely engage in what you love occasionally. Engage in what you love with such profound seriousness that the world has no alternative but to reward you for it. Do not die with your unique gift still unexpressed within you. Do not silence your passion merely to survive. Do not conceal your talent simply to conform. If there is something you deeply love, something that quickens your heartbeat, pursue it with fervent intensity. Do not await perfection. Simply begin and persist. Because when you love something profoundly and you dedicate daily effort to it, and you invest your entire being into it, it will reward you in ways that money alone could never achieve. And financial abundance will inevitably follow. That is how successful people think. That is how successful people live. 8 successful people master visualization. Let us commence with one of the world's most renowned quotes. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Albert Einstein. Initially, this assertion might seem perplexing. How can imagination surpass the power of factual knowledge? Here is the answer. Knowledge informs you of what was, but imagination reveals what can be. And successful people do not merely inhabit the world they perceive. They inhabit the world they are actively constructing within their minds. Visualization means employing your mind to foresee your future before it manifests in physical reality. It is akin to a cinematic experience within your consciousness, a mental rehearsal. You vividly perceive yourself achieving victory. You viscerally feel the triumph. You orally experience the applause. You repeatedly experience the life you desire within your mind again and again and again. And something extraordinary transpires. Your brain begins to accept it as real. And once your brain believes it, your body follows. Your actions align. Your habits transform. Your mindset elevates. Your future begins to draw you closer like an irresistible magnet. Here is a profound secret. Everything in this world is created twice. First, within the mind, then in tangible reality. Every architectural marvel, every groundbreaking invention, every thriving enterprise, every artistic masterpiece, every significant goal, all originated as an image within someone's imagination. So, if you are not clearly envisioning your future, you are merely reacting to life. You are following, not leading. But when you visualize like the successful, you become the architect of your own destiny. Muhammad Ali, the boxing legend. He famously declared, "I am the greatest," even before I knew I was. Prior to every fight, he visualized the arena, the fervent cheers, his precise punches, his opponent's fall, his hand being triumphantly raised in victory. He saw it in his mind repeatedly until it became his tangible reality. Jim Carrey, the actor. Before he achieved fame, Jim Carrey wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered. He postdated it for 5 years later and kept it in his wallet. Exactly 5 years later, he secured a movie role that paid him $10 million. Coincidence or the undeniable power of visualization? Oprah Winfrey. She visualized her success every single day. Even when she was struggling financially, unknown, and facing rejection, she vividly saw herself addressing millions, inspiring people, and owning a media empire. She stated, "You become what you believe." Most people remain confined because they only believe what they physically observe. They scrutinize their bank balance, family circumstances, past failures, current struggles, and declare, "This is my life. This is who I am." But successful people declare, "This is merely where I am, not where I am ultimately headed." They do not permit themselves to be trapped by their current reality. They construct a superior one within their imagination and relentlessly move toward it daily. How to visualize like the successful. Create a crystal clear mental image. Close your eyes and vividly imagine the life you desire, the home you inhabit, the physique you are proud of, the financial abundance you generate, the individuals you cherish, the sensation of awakening, feeling free and profoundly fulfilled. Make the image vibrant, saturated with color, emotion, and sound. Practice daily for a minimum of 5 minutes. Engage in this every morning or evening. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Observe your future unfolding within your mind. Immerse yourself in the emotion. Do not merely perceive the dream, feel it. Feel the exhilaration. Feel the unwavering confidence. Feel the deep pride. Feel the profound peace. Your brain does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. Emotion makes it real. Act as if it is already transpiring. Walk as though your future is already secured. Speak as though your dream is imminent. Work as though success awaits your arrival. This fundamentally transforms your energy, and energy is power. Let us be clear. Visualization is not passive daydreaming on the couch. It is not wishing or idly waiting. It is meticulous mental preparation for decisive action. You see it, you believe it, and then you relentlessly work for it. Successful people do not visualize and then slumber. They visualize and then move. If you cannot perceive it within your mind, you will never construct it in your life. And the converse is equally true. If you can perceive it within your mind and diligently work for it every day, you will undeniably bring it into existence. Your imagination is not a frivolous toy. It is a potent tool, a formidable weapon, a gateway to your highest self. Utilize it. Do not squander it. Every morning, close your eyes and vividly see your future. Feel the embodiment of the version of you who has already achieved it. Feel the liberation, the confidence, the success. Step into that mental image as if it is already your reality. And then open your eyes and labor like a warrior, because successful people comprehend that everything you desire in life, you must first construct within your mind. Start now. Remember, nothing will truly change until your mindset undergoes a profound transformation. So, cease waiting for the perfect day. Cease declaring next year. Cease believing someone will arrive to rescue you. You are the one. You are the sole individual capable of building the life you desire. And you already possess everything necessary. Now you possess the blueprint. All that remains is for you to act upon it. Think like the successful and become the person you were always destined to be. If this narrative has shifted your thinking, if you feel more powerful, more focused, more alive, if you believe you are ready to cultivate your mindset and your communication skills simultaneously, then embrace this journey, because this is not merely about words. It is about your personal transformation, your mental strength training, your toolkit for success, your daily inspiration to transcend limitations and become unbreakable. Further insights are forthcoming that will forever alter your thinking, your language, and your life. So commit to this path and let us continue building your future together. Thank you for engaging. Now go forth and do the work. You are ready.